pay homage to the Sammasambuddha by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times before I start our Dhamma talk. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. May I have to take permission from Venerable Bhante and dear faithful devotees, brothers and sisters in the Dhamma. Today also we are going to discuss regarding Sankhara Paccaya Vijnana. Sankhara is formation. Vijnana is a consciousness. Actually, Sankhara means karma consciousness. Wholesome and unwholesome volitions we call Sankhara. Because of the Sankhara arising Paṭiccasamuppāda Vijnana, rebirth linking consciousness. So we already know, already explained different way about the Sankhara and Vijnana. Today also we are coming to explain another title, Sugati to Sugati, under the happy destiny to happy destiny. Ropavachara to Kamavachara Sugati one way. Ropavachara to Ropavachara Sugati second way. Ropavachara to Aropavachara the third way. But now the already Brahma being stay in the Ropavachara world, in the fine material sphere. Now the sum of the Brahma after Ropavachara world, they want to reborn in the Kamavachara Sugati or Ropavachara Sugati or Aropavachara Sugati. Now we are going to discuss about that. Okay. In the case of another who is in happy destiny and has obtained a sublime consciousness through earth, kasina, jhana, etc. The meaning, a fine material is where Brahma being. Some of the Brahma stay in the first jhana level or second jhana level or third jhana level or fourth jhana level. One of the jhana level. But after they go there also, they also can practice jhana and they can practice kusala. Still they are working Ido and Iyado. Usually Ido for seeing the Buddha and the Iyado for listening to Dhamma. But usually they are always they are accumulating also and practicing kusala. Then in his near-death process, one of the following may come to focus, appear as an object at the mind door. Usually the one of the object coming for the mind door, nearly dead moment. So this is our explanation. Since we are wholesome karma or in the thing of the karma nimitta or gati nimitta arising for the rebirth in the sense sphere existence. Example now, some of the Brahma, one of the Brahma stay in the Brahma world. He has intention, he want to come down to the human world or Deva world. Then appear one of the karma vachara kusala karma. But the object may be karma or karma nimitta or gati nimitta, one of the object. Regard one of the object arising one of the kusala chitta. Actually, almost some of the Brahma, they are very clever, and they has the wisdom. Because of that, almost arising Jnana Sampayutta Kusala Chitta near that moment. Jnana Sampayutta Kusala Chitta arising near that moment to come to the human world or Deva world. You know, some of the great person, some of the great monk or maybe great people, they are always looking the Brahma world. Some of the Brahmas now is in the last stage. Now maybe they are planning to go in upper world. But some of the bhikkhu, especially the bhikkhus, going there and inviting to the Brahma, please come to the human world to protect the sasana, etc. Now, do you remember they have two history in our sasana? One is a chief monk of the third Sangha Council, Bante Moggali Puttisa Arahat. Actually, that Bante, his name Tissa. Actually, he's Brahma. He is in the Brahma world. Two of the bhikkhu, Siggava and the another, because I'm not so clear, but the two Arahat, very young. During the second Sangha Council, all of the great Arahat, they are looking the future, coming the same happening, same thing, same the problem appearing for the sasana to destroy. Actually, they saw they are happening, coming in future after more than 100 years. At that time, those are the senior Arahat monk. They called the two young Arahat bhikkhus, please come here. You have a duty in future. In future, so come in the danger for the sasana, one period. At that time, we have to make the good person. We have to build up the good person to protect the sasana. And then all the great Arahat went to the Brahma world. They made the Brahma, the Tissa Brahma. They invited, dear Brahma, please come to the human world to protect the sasana. First of all, they are not happy. They don't want. But anyway, again and again, all the Arahat they invite. After he accepted. Then he became the layman in one of the Brahmin family, and one of the bhikkhu, Arahat bhikkhu, 16 years continuously went to alms round for his house. But after 16 years, the successful, that young Tissa Brahmana, young boy, young man, he get ordination. After that, he became Sotapatti and he started to practice Dhamma. This is a way. Usually, some of the great person, great monk, if they need any support for the future, especially for the sasana, for the protect, for the kingdom, at that time, they are going to invite the Brahma to come down. The same way, do you know the Nagasena, Arahat Nagasena? During the one period after, I think during the 500 years after Lord Buddha passed away, during that period, one of the king appeared in India. His name Milinda. He's a very, very clever king. He has a lot of doubt and lot of question in this, about the Buddhism, about the Buddha's teaching. But he started to ask the question from the bhikkhus, but no one can give answer for him. At that time, the bhikkhu, senior monk, invite to the Brahma to come down to protect the sasana. This is a way. Anyway, the nearly that moment of the Brahma being can appear karma or karma nimitta, gata nimitta, according to this object, they can get the partisan in the one of the karma world, human world, or one of the Deva world. Okay, this is the meaning. The thing of the earth kasina, okay, Patavi kasina nimitta, a concept as an object for rebirth in the fine material sphere and the first, third immaterial sphere. The meaning, the sum of the Rupavachara Brahma, they are still continuously practicing the jhana, Rupavachara jhana. Nearly that moment can appear the jhana mind to get the partisan in the one of the jhana level. And especially the first and third immaterial sphere also. Because the first, the Akasa Nanchayatana world, or Akinchanyayatana world, this is one of the Kusala can appear. This is a way. After that, the sublime consciousness, okay, Mahagata Chitta, for the rebirth in the second and fourth immaterial sphere. Okay, so this one also the appearing the from the Rupa being going to the Arupa world. Arupa world. And next one, superior object of the eye or ear, that is cause for wholesome rebirth. Chakku sotanang anyatarasming kusulopatti hetubhutang paneta maramana. Because the some of the Brahma stay in the Brahma world, still working, still they have the eye do and ear do. Then the one of the good object, superior object can appear in ear, eye do or ear do to reach the wholesome. Because this wholesome can give the rebirth in the sense sphere, karma vachara world. Okay, the near death process, maranasana viti, for these scenarios are similar to what has been explained earlier, because we already explained before. This way we have to understand about the Chuti and Paṭiccasamuppāda, Maranasana process and Paṭiccasamuppāda moment of the Rupa beings. How Rupa being to get the new Paṭiccasamuppāda in the one of the Sugati world. Okay, this is the meaning. After that, for subsequent rebirth into sublime destinies, Mahagata Gati, fine material and immaterial sphere, Rupavacha, there will be no registration. Now, do you know, no? Because the Tadarammana Chitta cannot appear in the Maranasana process of the Mahagata Bhumi. And the death consciousness in the fine material sphere has not so classifiable object, Navatabharaman, because do you know about the all of the Brahmas, Patisandhi, Bhavanga, Chuti, their object, they are same. Navatabharaman cannot be Atita, cannot be Pachupan, Navatabhar, because they are so actually their objects Panyati. That's why we call Navatabharaman. That's why, because of this reason, that's why there's a dead consciousness. Chuti Chitta of the fine material sphere has a not so classifiable object, Navatabharaman. The subsequent rebirth linking, Paṭiccasamuppāda, has an object of past or present in the sense sphere, karma vachara world, because the maybe some of the Brahma being, they're going to get the Paṭiccasamuppāda in the one of the karma vachara world. At that time, what's the object? Atita or Pachupanna. Not so classifiable, Navatabharamana in the fine material sphere. Because if they are going to get the rebirth link again in the same plane, at that time must be object Navatabharamana. And the past or not so classifiable Navattappa in the immaterial sphere Arupavachara. Because some of the Brahma or some of the Brahma, they want to get the Paṭiccasamuppāda in the Arupavachara world. At that time, Arupavachara, there are two objects, no? One is Navattappa, one is Atita. Atita is a second and fourth jhana, second and fourth Arupa Chitta. And Navattappa, first and third immaterial Chitta. I think, do you remember? That's why from some of the Rupa Brahma being, if they want to get Paṭiccasamuppāda in the Arupa world, at that time, sometime the Atita object or Navattappa object arising nearly dead process. Combining the above, this is the kind of rebirth linking with the past, present, or not so classifiable object next to death consciousness in a happy destiny with not so classifiable object. Okay, this is also one of the explanation. But now we can go to the C5. C5 is the Paṭiccasamuppāda, the being already in the Arupavachara. But the Chuti Chitta arising in the Arupavachara, immaterial world, immaterial destiny. But the Paṭiccasamuppāda can arise Kamavachara Sugati or Arupavachara Sugati. Kamavachara Sugati or Arupavachara Sugati. Now, from immaterial sphere to sense sphere, happy destiny or immaterial sphere destiny. Now, for beings in the immaterial sphere, Arupavachara, they are rebirth linking Paṭiccasamuppāda next to immaterial sphere, death, Arupa Chuti, should be understood in a similar way with the following exception. Okay, there is no fine material sphere, Arupavachara rebirth after an immaterial sphere, death, because Arupa world no more Rupa. Because of no more Rupa, meaning Rupa Chitta cannot appear in the Arupa world. Rupavachara Kusala Jhana also cannot appear. There is no five-door process. Do you know? No, because no more any door there, no any Rupa in the immaterial sphere. So there will not be any superior object of the eye or ear as in the case for fine material sphere. I think, do you know? And the first and third immaterial sphere, death, Chuti, and rebirth linking Paṭiccasamuppāda have not so classifiable Navattappa object, while that of second and fourth have past Atita object. Do you understand? After death in the higher immaterial sphere, there is no rebirth in the lower immaterial sphere. Thus, after death of the fourth immaterial sphere, there is no rebirth linking Paṭiccasamuppāda with a not so classifiable object, only past Atita object or sublime consciousness, Mahagata Chitta, for rebirth in the same fourth immaterial sphere, Arupavachara, or past or present object for rebirth in the sense sphere. This is a way to understand regarding the meaning about the Arupavachara Chitta. Now they have the one of the small table. I think you can understand the table. From two. From is the Chuti, two is a Paṭiccasamuppāda. First and third Arupavachara world 2, Kamavachara Sugati, first, third, Arupavachara Sugati, second, fourth, Arupavachara Sugati. The death Chuti object is a not so classifiable Navattabharamana. Rebirth linking Paṭiccasamuppāda, past, present, or Atita, that's Atita Pachupan for the Kamavachara Sugati. But if they are going to rebirth to get the Paṭiccasamuppāda in the same world, Arupa world, other than Navattabharamana or Atita object. Atita object. I think the Atita object for the second Atita object also. Next one, the second and fourth Arupa world. Second and fourth Arupa from second world or fourth Arupa world to get the Paṭiccasamuppāda Kamavachara Sugati or third Arupavachara world or second or fourth Arupa world. At that time, about the Chuti Chitta, but the past object. Rebirth linking Paṭiccasamuppāda object, maybe if they are going to get Paṭiccasamuppāda in the Kamavachara Sugati at the time, Atita or Pachupanna. If they are going to get Paṭiccasamuppāda in the Arupa world, third Arupa world, at the time, Navattabharamana. If they are going to get Paṭiccasamuppāda in second or fourth Arupa world, at the time, Atita. First to fourth Arupa world, no? The summary, no? From first to fourth Arupa, the Chuti arising, first, second, third, or fourth. Paṭiccasamuppāda arising, Kamavachara Sugati or first to fourth Arupa world. But the Chuti Chitta, past, Atita or Navattabharamana. But the Paṭiccasamuppāda Chitta, past or present or Navattabharamana. Okay, but actually I think this one maybe direct you cannot maybe understand, but better you see your past notes. At that time you can combine together notes and the table. Try to combine. At that time you can understand what is the meaning of this table. This is how rebirth linking occurs with past, present, or not so classifiable object. Next to death consciousness in the happy destiny with a past or not so classifiable object. Okay, this is a meaning according to the commentary. The commentary explains. Now I think you can they have the big table. The following table summaries the various scenarios for rebirth linking in a happy destiny. Next to death consciousness in a happy destiny. From Sugati to Sugati. From Sugati to Sugati. Okay. Now there are three Sugati plane, no? Kamavachara Sugati, Rupavachara, and Arupavachara. From the Kamavachara, Rupa, Arupa, the three Sugati, no? From Kamavachara Sugati to can appear Kamavachara Sugati. Because Kama, human being can get the Paṭiccasamuppāda again, human world. Human being can get Paṭiccasamuppāda in the Deva world. That's why we call Kamavachara to Kamavachara. Kamavachara to Kamavachara. At that time, what is the object of the near death process? Maybe Kamma or Kamma Nimitta or Gati Nimitta. Paṇitaramana is also Kamma Nimitta. Okay, Kamma Nimitta, Gati Nimitta or Paṇitaramana. But the Kamma Nimitta may be mind-do process. Manodvara. Gati Nimitta also must be Manodvara. Paṇitaramana must be Panchadvara Vajjana. Panchadvara, so the Fido process, one of the Fido process. Now after that, the Chuti is Kamavachara from Chuti is atita, atita, atita. But Paṭiccasamuppāda can be atita, maybe Paccuppanna and Paccuppanna. Especially if they are taking the kamma nimitta for the object for the nearly dead process, then Paṭiccasamuppāda must be atita. If the gati nimitta arises in nearly dead moment, object of the Paṭiccasamuppāda Paccuppanna. About the Panitarammana, one of the Panitarammana arises in near the dead process. At that time, Paṭiccasamuppāda Paccuppanna Rammana. Okay, this is the meaning. From the karma, from karma world, Rupavachara. At that time, kamma nimitta, mind process. And Chutichitta atita object, Paṭiccasamuppāda Navatabba Rammana. And from the karma, from the human, they were going to rebirth Arupavachara worlds. At that time, kamma nimitta rising in the mind. We can say atita or Paccuppa Navatabba Rammana, the Paṭiccasamuppāda object. Atita object for the Chuti. Yeah, atita is Chuti. But all Sugati, the objects kamma nimitta or gati nimitta. They are one of the three. Do, mind or fido process. The Chutachitta must be atita. Paṭiccasamuppāda atita object or Paccuppanna object or Navatabba Rammana object. Okay. So I think maybe this one also the summary of the Sugati to Sugati. Under the Sugati to Sugati. Same way, but we have to follow the Rupavachara. From Rupavachara to get Paṭiccasamuppāda in the Kama world or Rupa world or Arupa world. Okay, this one also similar. Same way follow. Object, kamma nimitta, gati nimitta, Panitarammana nimitta, the kamma nimitta, for the get the Paṭiccasamuppāda in the Kama world. At that time, you can understand about the what's the object of the Chuti, object of the Paṭiccasamuppāda. According to you can understand. From the Rupavachara world to Rupavachara world. Rupa Brahma, again they are going to get Paṭiccasamuppāda in the same world, Rupa Brahma, Rupa world. At that time, Navatabba Rammana. From the Rupa being going to get Paṭiccasamuppāda in the Arupa world. There are two-way object. Because especially the chitta arises in the mind, kamma nimitta, Navatabba Rammana, right? But according to the Arupa chitta, there maybe atita or Navatabba Rammana is the Paṭiccasamuppāda object. Atita Paccuppanna Rammana. I think do you remember, no? Viññānaṁ cāyatanas object is atita. Neva sañña nasañña chittas object atita. Cannot be changed. Ākāsānaṁ cāyatana chittas object Navatabba Rammana. Viññānaṁ cāyatana, the akincaññāta chittas objects also Navatabba Rammana. Okay. But the all Sugati also same. The kamma nimitta, gata nimitta, one of the three nimitta coming in the dead process. Mind or one of the two do, I do or ear do. And but the Chutichitta or Navatabba Rammana, Paṭiccasamuppāda chitta atita or Paccuppanna or Navatabba Rammana. About the next one, Arupavachara, from Arupavachara to Kamavachara or Arupavachara Paṭiccasamuppāda. Because Arupavachara being cannot get Paṭiccasamuppāda direct in the Rupa world, because in the Arupa world no more Rupa. That's why they cannot practice Rupa Jhana. Especially the commentary very clearly explained. Arupavachara, immaterial is fair to Kamavachara Sugati. Now if the kamma or kamma nimitta arising. Kamma nimitta. but there's Atita. Okay, from Arupavachara, being to the Arupavachara, the Kamma Nimitta rising. Kamma Nimitta rising, Manodvara. Manodvara is Atita and Navatabba. And Kamavachara and Rupavachara, Kamma and Kamma Nimitta, Mindo, Atita, Navatabbaramana is an object of the Chuti, and the person, the object Atita, Pachuppanna, Navatabbaramana. Okay, this is the meaning of this table. Yeah, so the now I think you know from the karma, the human being or deva being, how they can get the person in the one of the Sugati world. According to this method, we have to follow. From a woeful destiny, Dugati, to woeful destiny, Dugati. Actually, all of the woeful beings, all the time, again and again, they appear in the same world, same place, because they difficult to change their mind, very, very difficult, because some of the bodhisattva, some of our bodhisattva, when they appear in the when the bodhisattva appear in the one of the woeful place, especially the animal, especially the bodhisattva can appear in the animal world. They cannot go to the hell, and except animal, they cannot go to other woeful destiny. So the especially the bodhisattva, they can easily change their mind. They can change their mind. Okay, so we have to understand about the situation, because except bodhisattva and except the great person, almost the woeful being, again and again they are appearing in the same place, same world. In the case of one in an unhappy destiny, who is an evildoer, because they are always doing the akusala karma evildoer, that karma or its sin or the destiny sin comes into focus, appears as object in the mind door or in the 5 doors, as the object that is the cause for the unwholesome rebirth, in the way explained earlier. I think we already explained earlier everything, because the unwholesome rebirth, no? Then his rebirth linking consciousness arises in due succession at the end of the death consciousness, and located in the unhappy destiny, and with one of those object as its object. This is how rebirth linking occurs with the past or present object next to death in an unhappy destiny with a past object. Okay, so this is the meaning about the woeful. They have the special, the Pali Gatha coming from the Visuddhi Magga, Magga Tika. They are coming the one of the Gatha. They are explained how many Paṭiccasamuppāda. There you can see the meaning. After such a death, according to the division of existence and object, there are 24 rebirth linkings as 2, 2, 5, then 5, 8, and 2. Okay, classified according to nature of object and sphere of existence. There are a total of 24 types of rebirth linking. The details are shown in the next table. Okay, they have the very big table about the explain. Okay, in total there are 24 types of rebirth linking Paṭiccasamuppāda according to nature of object differentiated by sphere and destiny. Okay. But the Chuti and Paṭiccasamuppāda, death and rebirth linking. Death and rebirth linking. Okay. But this one also better, you know, the footnotes. They have the about the short word. The short word we include in the table, but you have to know the meaning. Kama is a kama vachara, sense sphere. Rupa is a rupa vachara, fine material sphere. Arupa vachara, material sphere. S sugati, happy destiny. D duggati, woeful destiny. Atita past, Paccuppanna present. Navatabba not so classifiable. Yeah, we can say that Paññattarammana is a concept object. K is a kamma. KN is a kamma nimitta, kamma sing. GN gati nimitta, destiny sing. First, second, third, fourth, respective immaterial sphere. Okay, this is the meaning. But now you can see but the Chuti, dead chitta, Paṭiccasamuppāda, rebirth linking. Chuti and Paṭiccasamuppāda. Chuti is, first of all, you can see the Kama Vachara. From the Kama, there are 11 Paṭiccasamuppāda. From the Kama, there are 11 Paṭiccasamuppāda. From the Rupa, there are 5 Paṭiccasamuppāda. From Arupa, there are 8 Paṭiccasamuppāda. With the Kama, from the, first of all, the Kama, the 11, they are equal object. There are 4 objects. Atita, 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 Atita. You see? Atita, Atita. Now, about the Gati. From the Dugati to Dugati. Dugati to Dugati. D to D, D to D. And Dugati to Sugati. D to S. Sugati to Sugati. S to S. Sugati to Dugati, S to D. This is a 4-way. Now, the Gati. But total, Dugati, there are 2. Total, there are 2. What are the 2 meaning? Now you see, Atita Paccuppanna. Or next to Atita Paccuppanna. About the D to S. Also, Atita Paccuppanna. I think maybe this way maybe you cannot. I think you cannot get the meaning. But anyway, when you are take all the previous notes and try to combine together about the object and the Chuti and Paṭiccasamuppāda. I think this way better you take. I can explain the only shortly how we get the summary of the meaning in this table. Okay. Similar but the Rupa Vachara, Navatabba, S to S. S to S, there are 5. There are Kama, there are 2, Rupa 1, Arupa 2. They explain everything in the table. Okay. In the from the Arupa, the 8. S to S. There are Kama world, there are 4. Arupa world, there are 4-way. Now, Atita Paccuppanna, etc. They explain. Okay. This is the meaning. Okay. So after that, they have the appendix. There are a lot of explaining inside. There are a lot of explaining inside, but later I think maybe they have a lot of things inside the appendix, no, regarding the these notes. But this one also very important. So but that take time later. You can also, I think, can read by yourself. If you have anything, we can discuss later. So there are a lot of the page, lot of page. There are still notes, but anyway, I think maybe now the Vasa also going to be finished this month. After Vasa, I have some activities in Sri Lanka, and I have to come to Singapore for to participate some ceremony. Maybe after we come to Singapore, we can discuss our next lessons. And one thing, today also I'm not so feeling little bit. My body weak. I think maybe sorry Bante, I want to take break today. Now maybe we can continue our lessons maybe after may I come to Singapore after 20th of this month, after cutting out the PMC. We can discuss and about the next lessons. Okay, sister, this is so good.
Yes, Bante. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So our Katina is on 23rd October.
Yeah.
So we will continue the lessons after that, but we will discuss and we will make announcement, Bante. After we discuss with Bante, we will make announcement to confirm.
So that, today, how to say my the something about my body. So I
yes, Bante.
And maybe I want to break now. Okay.
Yes, okay, Bante. No problem, Bante. Sadhu. Bante, you take care. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
May thank you very much, Bante, for translating today our short Dhamma talk, and may all of you be healthy, well, and happy all the time, free from all suffering, attain Nibbana. So sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Idam me punyang asavakkaya vahang hotu. Idam me punyang Nibbanassa paccayo hotu. Mama punya bhagang sabba sattanang bhajemi te sabbe me samang punya bhagang labhantu. Buddha sasanang cirang tiṭṭhatu. Buddha sasanang cirang tiṭṭhatu. Buddha sasanang cirang tiṭṭhatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Sukhi hotu Nibbana paccaya.
Thank you so much, Bante, for the valuable Dhamma. We see Bante in Singapore. Yes. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.